We
What I'm
sorry.
saying is he admitted to driving
We
while
sorry.
talking to us on TikTok.
That's besides the
should have
point, because I will say, if you have a Bluetooth system,
Sweetheart.
that's why they're installed in vehicles, so
I
you
agree.
can talk and be hands-free. So if his
Absolutely.
camera's off and he's driving, how am I to know if he's holding the phone or not?
Exactly, which means he should have been dropped as a preventative measure.
So now,
however, this is
because
not
we don't
my point.
know.
No, exactly,
Kay, do
because
you do
we
that
don't
as
know.
well, Kay? Do
But
you
just
drop
to be
people if it
safe-
sounds like? Hold on, Kay. Do you drop people if it sounds like they're in a car?
Me, yeah.
Oh, you do.
I in fact do.
Come on now.
Why do I not believe you at
However,
all? Why
that's
do I not
fine.
believe you at all?
That's okay, and that is completely fine. You do not have to believe me.
don't.
What I am saying to you guys is that my issue is not about Kilo. What I came up here to say initially was that you guys said this is about the what, not the who. Get out of your feelings and stop thinking that this is a personal issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
However, you allow people to come up here and bash her constantly, and they're allowed to stay.
So we're gonna do
when people take up for her.
I understand now. So hold on, Kay.
Not with how many
Respectfully,
times he
hold on,
done
Perry.
that.
Oh, so I understand. So when it's done to other people, we should be all okay with it. Is that right?
No, what I'm
See,
saying.
that's hold on, Kay. Hold on.
That's my whole point. That's why this shit about to go down.
You said to be
I
serious
will
about the
say,
what.
I think it's interesting how quickly we can show no remorse for other people, how quickly we are condoning, dragging, bullying, talking shit about people.
Doxing.
We're okay with that, doxing. But when we're talking about a social issue, and we're not making this about her, we're talking about the responsibility of anybody with a car and a phone.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
Hold on, Kay. No. This is not that type of panel. It's interesting how quickly our standards change, the double standard, and now we're going to hyper focus in on the host who's at home, in the bed, not driving, not even on camera. I should be on camera because I look good tonight, but I'm not even doing that because I really want to focus on how we can be more responsible. We have got to grow the fuck up. We have
Also,
got to
another
grow the fuck up.
So can I finish?
add on to what you-
In just a second.
Hold on, really quick, Kay. Also, another thing is for you to assume that the host is dropping people simply because they're in support of T, and that's the only reason, is also biased on your end as well. She could be dropping people who are supporting T out of consideration for the
This is a
victim
fact.
family.
You can see it. It's
But why you
I
don't
have
say nothing
never
about the
listened.
disrespect?
When you come up
Wait,
here,
nah.
Hold on,
Where was
y'all.
your outcry
Hold on,
when
let
they
me
came up here
clarify.
being disrespectful?
Hold on. Yeah, exactly. When you come up
Wasn't here
here,
then.
hold on, Kay. Kay, you haven't been here.
I wasn't here.
So why
Right,
you
and
speaking on it?
but you haven't been
Wait,
dropped, okay?
but you're
So
fully
again,
aware of the fact
hold on,
that
Perry. Hold on, Perry. Again, Kay, you haven't been dropped at all. So what I'm saying to you is,
right,
as someone who's having an adult conversation, anyone is permitted to come up. All I ask is, speak about the social issue. Let's have an adult conversation about it. And that's it. Is that so challenging?
Okay, can I finish? Can I get a full statement out?
But I need you to be honest with your statement.
I'm being 100% honest.
Okay, go ahead, Kay. You got
From
the
what
floor.
I have seen, can you mute Rasta, please?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. All right, go ahead, Kay.
From what I have been seeing, whenever somebody comes up and they're like, oh yeah, man, because she messy as hell, or yeah, she talk about people all the time, and they are permitted to sit up here.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever somebody comes up here like it was a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Yes, she should be held accountable, but it was messed up. It shouldn't have happened, this, that, and the third. And they start taking up for her, they are dropped. And excuse me, sir, when you were
But you're not being honest, though, Kay.
I would appreciate the same respect.
But Kay, the truth is you're just not being totally honest because
So I'm only being partially honest.
Absolutely, you're being extremely impartial.
Please elaborate.
Because we have allowed everyone to come up. Some people 2-3 times who've been disrespectful. Someone has come up and try to post a picture of my mother. Absolutely, you're going to get dropped. My mother's on my page. I have nothing to hide. I have a beautiful black mother that I love dearly. But when you come up here with intentions to not have an adult, you got it. Here we go. There we go. See, Kate, you see how that works? When you come up here and you cannot hold yourself as an adult and have a respectful conversation, then you will be dropped. I don't mind the opposition. I don't mind anybody who's a fan of anyone. I ask you, what are you thinking? I don't say agree with me or I'm dropping you. I allow you to speak. So when I say you're being impartial, yes, you absolutely are. And that's evident with everything that's happened tonight.
I just don't.
You didn't speak to anything that I just
Mind
said.
you, somebody literally leaked photos of her mom, right? And she let them back up on the panel.
I thought this wasn't about
after
Zia.
the fact.
I
So
thought
it's
making-
I
it's
thought
not
we were
really
You
about
made it
bias.
about
what
me,
and not the
Kay.
who.
You made it about me.
No,
So that's what they're
I
that's what
thought
they're
we were
responding
focusing
to.
on the what and not the who.
But that's what you made it about.
I
So they're
said
responding.
no. I was referring to a situation or a few situations from what I've seen thus far.
Okay.
Right. And in regards to whenever somebody comes up here and speaks highly of her or in support of her, they are dropped. And
Nope.
then whenever somebody comes up here to
That's
bash
true,
her,
Kay, you're lying.
they are not.
Hey, you're totally lying. It's not about.
I am in fact not, baby. I'm a
Hey,
mini
you
queen.
are
I ain't never been a liar.
absolutely lying.
Baby, I'm a
Can I
mini
ask you a
queen. I've
question?
never
Hey,
been a
but
liar.
you're lying now.
Okay, can I ask you a question, if you don't mind, ma'am? I want to
Go
ask you
for it.
something, okay? How can you come up here to defend somebody who did one of the most irresponsible things? Hold on. Let me finish. She did something very irresponsible. A lot of people know her from her lives, and she's been on here since COVID. A lot of y'all haven't. So she did something very irresponsible. And now it's going to be tied to this platform. And it might affect everybody on this platform.
Sweetheart, what's your question?
Wait, hold on. So how can you come up here and defend that when it was very irresponsible? Like, how can that even be defended? I don't give a fuck if it was Zia, Tea Time, Jana, Des,
Anybody.
If you fucking driving, you trying to host a motherfucking live, you hit and unalive somebody, you take what the fuck is dished out to you from that point on.
Okay,
I
at
don't
what
give
point
a
in time
fuck.
did I come up here and defend her? Or
Like,
her
this shit's getting weird with y'all.
At what point? No, it's nothing I did was weird.
It's right
I'm very
now,
much
the
so
whole thing.
valid.
Why y'all
At
letting
what
it-
point in time? Tell me what I said in defense of her.
Because,
No, you said that I was defending her. Tell me what I said in her defense.
okay, all right. Well, hey, listen.
You said that, no.
There's a lot of things we
Don't,
can do at the same time.
You said that I was defending her. What did I say in her defense?
Well, I think the part that you were trying to pivot.
Hold on, Zia, please let him answer that.
Sure.
Because this was his question.
Okay.
At what point in time was I defending her? What did I say in her defense?
All right, man, you got to shut up. You got to shut up so I can answer. That's how that works. Okay, when you came up here and you talking about when people come up here and try to defend her, this, that, and the third, then you drop them. But what it wasn't people coming up here to defend her, just like you've been up here for a long time defending her, and you have not been dropped. It's when people come up here and act like fucking morons and talk shit and disrupt the panel. That's when they get dropped.
Okay, Zia, your comment said that I'm attacking your panel. Do you feel like I'm attacking your panel?
No,
it's
not attacking.
Well, I don't think that. No, I don't.
That's what your comments are saying.
Well, hold on, Kay, because you got to remember, people were entitled to their opinion. They will say egregious stuff, right stuff, wrong stuff, right? It's just an opinion. I think that instead of being hyper focused on what my responsibility was, it seemed as though you were ignoring what the actual topic was about. And as I've stated numerous times, we all have the same equal responsibility. But the difference is, if I'm driving and I'm holding the phone, I have to be extremely careful, even to the point where it's negligent for me to do so because of my responsibility. That's it. It's not about me. It's not about T. It's about all have to just be more cautious. I don't understand how we can continue to pivot from the awareness of what's happened. This could literally be any of us.
Agree that we should focus on the what and not the
I'm going to say something, Kay. The fact of the matter is, Zia and Kay, because you mentioned this also, y'all just don't like the messenger when it comes to this. Y'all don't like the messenger.
My first time
but at
ever
this
seeing
same
her.
time, what'd you say?
Respectfully, this is my first time ever seeing her.
Seeing Tea Time or Zia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm new to
For
TikTok.
everybody else.
Welcome in,
Respectfully,
everyone.
this is my very first
I'm
time ever seeing
new.
her.
I'm new. It makes sense.
Okay. For everybody else, they don't like the messenger. But I've never seen any of these people who are coming up here trying to defend tea time, whatever it may be, go up on her panel and try to defend Zia at all with
Hey,
anything.
you
And
know
the
what?
fact of the matter is, hold on. The fact of the matter is that what we're talking about right now is the truth. Other stuff about Zia, about Rasa, whatever, are rumors, speculations. Some stuff true, some stuff's not, whatever the hell it may be. But right now, we're talking about a man who lost his life. That's what we're talking about. We all know that there are ways to communicate through a phone in the car and be hands free and off camera. We can be on TikTok lives if we're not touching our phone and we're just listening through our speakers, like we listen to a podcast, a sermon, music, talk on the phone, whatever it may be. You're able to legally do it if you are not sitting here touching your phone. We saw this woman sit there on her camera juggling with her phone as she hit and ran over somebody and unalived him. A 59-year-old man. That is the focus, not the
And
fact that
let's
it's
just
Zia that is
remember,
hosting it.
but
This
let's
man
just
lost
think
his
about it like
life.
this, right? Whether it was that man, let's try to imagine if it was our mother or our child or our favorite cousin. It's not about the person. It's just the fact that we just got to be more careful.
Exactly.
That's
So
it.
all I was asking is, I thought that you said that we were focusing on the what and not the who, and then
That's
you
what I've
allowed
been
people
talking
to.
about this whole
And I
time.
and
Kay, have you been here?
I'm telling you, I told you a minute ago that I haven't been here from the beginning, beloved.
Oh, okay. Then
So
that
then
What
makes
why
I
are
am
you
sense.
coming with
saying
such
is,
strong
when I
opinions?
came in, I was very respectful when you were speaking, ma'am. I completely muted up. What I'm saying is, when I came in, you said that we were focusing on the what and not the who, and then proceeded to allow other people come up that were bashing her and focus on the who. It
No,
was
now
cool.
you're
I'm
focusing
just
on the
hold on.
who
I'm just
because I asked people,
Zia.
what are
Can I
your
please get
thoughts?
out? Can I please
No,
get
Kay,
out a thought?
because listen, Kay,
You
I
cut me
asked,
off
what
every
are your
time,
thoughts? Just like you're having your thoughts, people have their own opinion.
and
I'm not here to police
that's
opinion.
fine. But you're not telling them that we're focusing on the what.
Go
You're
ahead.
not telling them
Who
But
that
you know what?
here
Okay,
excuse me,
bashing
we're
her?
not
It's the
focusing.
Hold on,
Hold
hypocrisy
on,
is
hold
hold on.
on,
Can I
crazy.
finish?
hold
Can I
on. Let
please
her
The
finish?
finish.
Because
Let her
Martin, I
hypocrisy
finish.
still
is
I
insane.
still want to know
Okay,
what
you
I
know
said in defense of her, Martin.
The
I'm still waiting for
hypocrisy
okay,
you.
is
Still
okay.
ain't answered that
insane.
question.
What are we talking
Yeah, I did.
about?
But listen, Kay, here's the
You
problem.
still haven't answered
You
that
know what? You
question.
know, hold on, Kay. Here's
Nah,
the
hold
problem.
on, because we can reverse that question. Who did you hear coming here bashing her?
Thank you. That was going to be my
A
question.
couple
What
people.
has been said
Who?
in
What did they
A
say?
couple. I can't
What did they
remember names.
say?
Maybe it's
Well,
been
name one.
What
75
did they
Can you
people.
say?
name one?
But I guarantee you,
or at least
What
what
did they
she
say?
Can
said?
you
What
name
did he
one
say,
person,
man?
Kay?
I
What
can't
did they
tell you
One?
what
say?
their name is, but I can tell you exactly what they said.
What they
What he
say?
Okay.
said was he was an older man, and I could hear by his voice. He came in here and he said, we're not gonna act like tea time just not messy as hell.
Is that true or
Let
false?
me finish, please. Thank you, Lord. I just want to complete a thought. He came in here and he said, we're not gonna act like tea time not messy as hell. She talk about folks all the time. She doing this and she doing that. And then now that it's time to talk about her, y'all got a problem with it. Is what he said.
And
Okay.
Let me, excuse
how is
me,
that
I'm
Is
bashing
not
that
somebody?
done.
No,
is
how
that
is that
Excuse,
true?
bashing
Is
oh
that
my
somebody?
false?
God.
Hold on, but Kay, the difference is it true or is that false?
But I thought
Because
we were focusing on the what?
but Kay, we cannot
Okay, but hold
just
on.
like
Let me say
how
this. Let me say this.
no, hold on, no, hold on one
I thought
second.
we were
What
focusing
is
on the
the
what and not the
Kay,
who.
you
Oh, you
keep
being
centering the who and
disingenuous.
not the what. You're the one actually doing it in real time. You as you're
It's
sitting up
not.
here, hold on, Kay. As you actually are sitting up here trying to advocate or for whatever the case may be, right? That's your stance. Respected. Hey,
I'm
that's
not
how you feel.
advocating.
Kay, stop interrupting me, please. But you're the one that's actually making it more about the who than the what. In addition to that, people are going to have an opinion. We cannot then say to the people who have an opinion that they're wrong for having an opinion when the entire platform of Messy Talk is about having an opinion about somebody else. We have got to stop with the double standards and the hypocrisy. It makes zero sense at all.
Baby, the hypocrisy is loud and clear in this room.
I know
The
I'm looking at it right
contradictory,
now, Kay.
the
It's
The
true.
contradictory
hypocrisy
statements
is
is
you're
what's loud
calling
and
It's you,
clear in
something
this
Kay.
that's
room.
true
Kay,
The
it's
hypocrisy
you.
is
bashing.
clear.
It's not bashing.
Hey,
Everything he said was
so
factual.
Zia.
Saying is
I just want
accurate.
you to just
Hey,
not
hold on,
say
Trav. Hey, Trav, real quick.
Go ahead and
Zia,
handle
you know
your
what the
business, bro.
problem is?
Everything that
Because
I'm
he
The
saying
talking
is
about
problem
you and
is,
what
factual
you
truth.
said.
Okay,
yeah, but
let
hold
me
on.
ask you
Hey,
this.
hey, hey.
Zia,
Hey,
did you
no,
or
no, no,
did you
no, no,
not
no.
say
Because
we
Hold
you
were
on.
wasn't
focusing?
talking.
Well, hold on a second, Kay.
Okay,
Hold on one second.
hold on. I'm going to tell you, this is the problem with this whole subject. Because the what is the who. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking about a situation that happened involving someone that somebody knows. So it's not like somebody's bringing her name and say, "Oh, this could have been Tea Time, this could have been Zia, this could have been anybody that hosts is alive." But what happened? What the whole deal is Tea Time was hosting a live, and she hit a man and unalived it. Okay, so the what is the who, and there's no way you can
I asked all
disassociate
of you
that.
guys a
So her
question.
name is going to be brought up. Hold on, listen, please. Her name is going to be brought up, and it's going to be brought up several times because it's focused at her. And if you can't understand that, then you're grown up and groaning. It's just that fucking simple. So yeah, her name's going to be brought up. It could have been anybody, and that's
Okay,
why I
that's the
said what the
second
fuck I
time.
said.
Okay, that's the second time that you disrespected me. There will not be a third. The first time you told me to shut
How
up.
did I disrespect?
Excuse me. I muted when you were speaking. I would appreciate the same
Yeah, but
fucking
I just
respect.
asked you a question.
And now I'm
You
answering it.
directed something
Mute
to
up.
me, and I asked you a
I'm
question.
answering. I can't answer it if you don't be quiet. That'll be the last time that you disrespect me. The first time you told me to shut up. This time you calling me a fucking child. Watch your mouth, because I never disrespected you. Thank you. Now, as
No,
to
wait,
what I
hold
was
on. Let
saying,
me
but
clarify something
excuse
real quick.
me,
Can I
I'm
clarify
not.
something real
No,
quick
you
before you go
stopped.
forward?
You can I finish my thought?
No,
Wait,
because you said
actually,
I did
both
something
of
I
you
did
hold
not
on
do.
for a second. Trap, are you there?
Yeah.
Is a moderator
Yeah.
here? There's people
Yeah.
that are doxing in the comments, and that needs to be moderated. I just wanted to say that.
There what?
They're leaking
Mm.
somebody's
All
government
right,
name.
let me
I don't know
clarify
who it
something.
belongs to, but somebody's being leaked up here.
Okay. Now, as to what I was saying before,
Let me
I
Correct.
let me
thought that.
let me
Hold on,
clarify something
Zia.
real
Did
quick.
you
Let me
not
clarify
say
something real
that
quick.
we were focusing on the what
Just
and
let
not
her
the
finish
who?
her thought. And Martin, you did
Yeah,
tell her
let's
to
let her
shut up.
land real quick and
Let
let's
her
try to be
finish her thought.
respectful so we can have a balanced conversation. That's all I ask. Go ahead,
Zia, just
Kay.
start using timers. Go
Okay,
ahead and put some
Zia.
I
timers
think
on.
it. Yeah, I think she deserves a
There's. I'm
timer.
about to drop. There's no need for a timer with me. I'm gonna make this really quick. Zia, did you not say that? Okay.
Hold on. Go. I can hear you. Go ahead, Kay.
All right. Did you not say that we were focusing on the what and not the who? Is that not what she said, ladies and gentlemen?
Shit.
And then people proceeded to come up here and focus on the who, and then it was a problem. I mean, then it was okay when they were bashing her. But if people came up in support
That's not what
of,
happened, Kay. I'm confused why you
okay,
keep trying
it's
to spin that narrative.
I'm not. There's
You're
not a narrative to
actively
be spent.
doing
This
it
is a
in real
fact.
time and you have still yet to be
I
dropped. So
cannot
I don't know
wait
why you keep doing
until
that.
the
Go ahead.
blogs
Okay.
replay this.
Hey,
Can
listen,
we say
you're
Go
forgetting a
ahead,
okay?
very
Can I just?
Key.
crucial you're forgetting a very crucial part of the conversation here, right? When people were coming up and speaking on her character and saying, "Oh, she's messy, she's this and that," that's because the conversation did direct towards whether or not she should be extended grace. So people are allowed to come up and rebuttal and say, "I personally don't feel like I should extend her grace because of her personality, because of her problematic nature." Nobody was just allowed to come up here and just shit on her character and not talk about what actually happened, not acknowledge the victim, and then just hop off the panel. That's not what happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
y'all are
we.
justifying somebody unaliving. It's kind of wild, bro.
Mind you, there's only one person that has came up like on that side that has even remotely even apologized for what happened to the victim and their
Yeah.
family.
Nobody else has acknowledged it at all.
Hi everyone.
No,
Before she was
Welcome
that's
in,
right.
love. We do have two new people, as y'all
Sorry,
know.
hypocrite. Let 50-year-old go first.
I do like to let everyone have a voice. I'm not going to be up here too much longer. I got to get ready to go, but I do want to welcome y'all to 50-year-old, and we also have a hypocrite finder. Let's start with 50. What you got, Mom?
Hi. Well, my thing is, I think we all should be able to express our feelings however we feel. From Messytok, we've talked about people essay, DV, children, abuse. We've talked about FWA, and her assault on her baby daddy. We've talked about everything. We've doxed everybody, background, foreground. We've done the most. So I don't understand why this is a problem for a conversation on someone else too. We've even gotten to a conversation that T led about somebody unaliving their child. And for me, I don't even think T would be okay with us trying to silence people, in my opinion. From what I know about her, I've heard her say, I'm from Messytok. If they pull up stuff about me, I'm in this and I know what comes with it. But the only thing that I've been thinking about, because I started with this conversation earlier today with Manny, and, people were trying to sentence her and say what charges she can get, just giving their opinion. But then I started thinking something is very interesting about this. There's two sides to it. I can't agree that T was neglectful driving with the kids in the car, for one, because they could have been hurt. Their life could have been taken. Her life could have been taken. So we have to be honest and say that this was possible for her. And we could be talking about the unaliving of somebody that we have all appreciated on this panel, right? So, but then I started thinking, why is this gentleman in the street in the middle of the night? So I'm going to say, and I'm just assuming,
Nah. We can't do that though. We
please
can't do
allow
that.
me to finish.
Yeah,
If
let's
y'all
let
want
her
to have an
land, y'all. Let's
adult
let her land.
conversation, just allow me to finish and hear where I'm coming from.
Right,
Okay?
go ahead. You got it.
Thank you so much. So I'm saying, and it may not be in the middle of the night, but it looked as if it was dark. So my thing is, it's something that either one of us could have experienced, not just being neglectful, but there are people that are in the street and or also maybe crossing the street illegally. We don't have all of the details, and that's the same point that I was making one Sunday when we were talking about FWA and everybody wanted to put her under the prison. Until you have all of the details, it's okay to have the open dialogue from whatever perspective that you choose, but until we have all the details, we can't just say that she's doing in the
That's
middle of
a
the
valid
street.
point. That is a
Yeah,
valid. We
That's
don't
exactly.
know.
victim
That's
blaming. The
Yeah,
valid.
because
guy,
I'm
We
gonna
don't
say
know.
this. I'm gonna say this one thing.
that's
One
victim
day,
blaming.
But we don't know those
it's
things.
not.
What?
It's not. It's asking you to have
Bro,
an open mind and look.
you're comparing somebody jaywalking with somebody actively being on their phone, and like you just said,
But
ma'am, putting
jaywalking is
not
illegal
only
too, sir. But if I'm finna tell
ma'am,
you,
Wait,
ma'am,
if you allow me
pedestrian.
to finish,
wait,
can we
hold
have
on, because we
adult
did go over the
conversations where
law.
we
We
don't
went
have to?
over the law earlier, though, ma'am. Jaywalking or not, you have an obligation to hit your
I
brakes for a pedestrian.
understand, but just listen to what I'm
It's not
saying.
his
Ma'am,
fault.
Well, I think
pedestrians
what she.
have.
But hold on,
I
y'all.
never said that T did
But I
anything
think
that's
what
right.
she's saying is we don't have enough context information.
Host,
Is
if I can be
fair.
Wait a
allowed
minute.
to finish, and then maybe that.
Hey,
Host, if
A
I'm
just
allowed
you
to
gotta
pedestrian.
finish.
Let's allow
understand.
her to land, and then we'll go down to
Thank
hypocrite.
you
I don't
so
think
much,
they've been able to
host.
speak.
Thank you
Wait.
so much. Because I don't like to, I really don't like to scream over people.
Oh,
It
you
really
gotta land your
triggers me.
plane too, though.
Well, I'm finna land my plane, and the host just asked you to allow me to finish. So I was thinking about an experience that I had when I was driving down a boulevard at night, and a person on a bicycle shot out across the street in front of me,
Was you on your
running.
phone?
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah,
Are y'all
exactly. Great question,
adults?
bro.
Are you
Great
fucking
question.
adults? Ask
Cause
the
you going
question
into
when I'm
some
fucking
bullshit.
She can
finished, you
land her
fucking
plane. Let her land her
ignoramus.
plane.
Damn.
Mm.
I'm just drawing a fucking picture for you to visualize what I'm talking about. So I was driving down a boulevard, and a person on a bicycle shot across colored clothes with no lighting on their bicycle, which is the law in Texas, right? Had I been looking at my phone and me myself being irresponsible, just as irresponsible as they were, I could have unalived that person. So the point that I'm making is, you don't know what the other person did to also be responsible in this. Y'all gonna call it victim blaming if you want, but sometimes you do have some responsibility to protect your own life. Am I saying that he's at fault? He can also be just as culpable as T is. It can be 50-50 because maybe he shouldn't have been jaywalking. Maybe she, and we know for sure, certain that she shouldn't have been on her phone. That's all I'm saying. We don't know all of the details. That's the only thing. So before we say this is completely her fault and she deserves the unaliving penalty, let's just have the conversation because we know a lot of people who do be on TikTok on their phone. That's all I'm saying.
Fair
Don't just
enough.
throw her under the jail. That's the
Okay,
only point that I'm
ma'am,
making.
ma'am.
Man, get her on
And
the
you know
fucking
what?
thing.
I agree with you 100%, but this is the one thing you do have to look at, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You have to look at state law. And some state laws, let's take the state of Nevada, okay? If you jaywalk in Nevada and somebody hit you and unalive, you just an unalive duck.
Mm-hmm.
If you out in the middle of the street and no, it could be in the middle of the day and somebody hit you in the state of Nevada, you just an unalive duck. It is what it is. That's why the police are so harsh
Right.
in
Or
Vegas. If you
jaywalkers.
jaywalk, hold
I
on, let me
agree.
now.
Mm-hmm.
Some states, like the state I'm in, California,
Mm-hmm.
a person can run out in the middle of the freeway and you hit them and unalive them.
Mm-hmm.
Go park your car, wipe your handprints out of it, and report your car stolen because you are responsible. Because
Mm-hmm.
pedestrians have
Mm-hmm.
the
Have the
right
right
of
of
way
way. Okay, I agree.
anywhere.
I agree, but
So
that's the point
we
that I'm
have to
making.
look
We
at
don't know.
I
But
think you
that's just
made a
the point
valid
I'm
yeah,
point,
making,
though. I
sir.
think that was
We don't.
valid.
Right. So
I
the point that
do.
I'm making is we don't
We
know
just
what
don't.
he was actually doing because
Right.
he could have just been walking on the side of the road with the flow of traffic, but in all dark clothes. He
Right.
could have been in all black
Damn,
clothes and she didn't see
Your
that's
him at
point would
all.
assuming
be valid
if she
if
wasn't
she didn't
breaking
have
the
her
law
phone. If she wasn't on her
herself.
phone and just
It's
driving,
still
it would be
valid.
valid.
It's still
No,
valid,
it's
No,
but
it
we
not.
wouldn't
don't
But
be.
know.
I
No,
It's
it
think the
would
clear
not
she
It's
was
problem,
still
be.
not paying
valid.
I
attention.
mean,
It's
but
still valid.
It's not valid. If
It
you're
is
running,
Yeah,
no,
valid, but
absolutely.
listen,
we
Because
listen.
don't know
If
what
traffic
he
you're
was
laws
running into the
doing.
middle of the
happens
street
when she
and
got
you're
broke up talking
100%
to her aunt.
focused,
It
do you
doesn't
think you would have
negate
time
what
to stop?
she did,
If she was
sir.
on her phone, do you think this would have happened?
It doesn't negate.
absolutely
It
not.
still could have if he
It
had
could
on
have, but
dark
she would have
clothes.
been more alert. Yes or no?
It could have if he
It
would have
could
had
have.
on
No. Would she have been more
if
alert and
he had
100%
on dark
alert?
clothes and she didn't see him
It
at
don't
all.
matter. Would she have been
It
more alert
does
than she
matter.
was being on the phone?
No, because my daughter was in an accident
See,
and
now
wasn't
you on
on
some
her phone,
bullshit.
and
That's
she
why
had
Bro,
you be on this fucking
a
app, bro.
car that
she
was in a
sounds like
dark
she would
spot.
well,
justify
hold
drinking
on,
and
y'all.
driving.
Let's get
hey
hypocrite in here
50,
so they can be part of the conversation as
Thank
well.
you
hey
for bringing me
50,
up, and I
real
appreciate
quick.
I
Of
appreciate
Like I
y'all
course,
for the
said,
of
yes.
course, babe.
Thank you,
Of course,
thank
of
you.
course. Hypocrite, welcome in. What are you thinking?
Hello, host.
Hello.
What I think is that Martin tried to get some pussy from Tea Time, and she said, "No, you bell pepper sucking ass bitch." And host, you look like a
Hold on.
bachelor.
oh
What did
wow.
she say?
What the
She
fuck?
said
TC
something
got
about
Hey,
bell
what I said
peppers.
earlier, it was probably one of her tricks.
Whatever she
Oh,
She
said
said,
don't make sense.
what did
she
she
said
say?
I
She
tried
said
to
bell
get
pepper
some
pussy. What?
I
Bell.
don't know,
She
bro.
called
No,
it.
no,
I
no.
don't know who she called it
Oh,
to, but
yeah.
Bell.
Go
She
ahead.
said,
Me
Can
is
can
fine.
I chime
I'll
in
I'll
real
add
quick?
people up because I don't understand what's going on. I heard something about
well,
bell
you know what it
peppers.
is? First of all, I ain't never tried to get no punani from Tea
Oh, she
Time.
said you try to get at tea.
Yeah, yeah, I tried to get some from. I never tried to get nothing from
Oh,
her. I stopped going to her panel because the way
Even if
she
you
was
did, who
start treating a whole
cares?
lot of people, and it's like, man, I don't want to be involved in it. It's like if you start treating a bunch of people real dirty for no fucking reason, I'm just going to remove myself from the situation. I don't have to come over here.
thank
I have full
you.
control of where the fuck I go. And when people start getting messy and full of bullshit, I just remove myself from it. Now you don't have no control over the people that come up on your panel and they start the shit they start. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? But if you start getting messy and all that shit, I'll leave. I'm not fucking with you. And it's no
Mm-hmm.
harm, no foul. Just I'm gonna remove myself from the situation. I've like I said, COVID hit and TikTok became a huge adult situation because of COVID. Okay. Tea Time was here. There was a lot of people that was hosting a lot of lives. And so like Tea Time shit was always messy. Always. So I was like, man, I ain't fucking with this. This girl, this broad messy as fuck. So I'm out of here. And no, I never tried to get at her, never tried to nothing. I just like, no, I'm not finna do this like this. This is crazy. There's other people that have lives where it's a lot of fun. That's when we started the karaoke lives. And we was having a fucking ball. Like there's all kind of topics and subjects you can do with this here platform, and it's up to the host on what they want to do. I think this is probably one of the best conversations we can ever have because this is a real time conversation. This is a real time conversation because many of people host lives. Zia, Rasta, there's many people that come up in here that do host their own lives. Now, guess what you get to see? You get to see what can fucking happen if you're hosting a live while you're driving your vehicle. And I think this is one of them conversations that's hard because it's somebody that a lot of people know. And a lot of people, just like I tell Zia all the fucking time, you got people who really respect you and care about you. And so you're going to always have people that's going to come to your defense. But then you got the haters who hate to see your success. It's the weirdest shit in the world, especially in our community. Nobody hates tea time. Nobody wants to see her go through this. But guess what? The only thing in life that needs explanation is dumb shit. So when you do dumb shit, you got to come up with an explanation of why you did the dumb shit. Smart shit never needs to be explained.
Quince, you got your hand raised. And then Ming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Jaywalking, whatever. I mean, if you guys are upset, I don't understand what's been said thus far that's so egregious. That has all these people up in arms, and you got to come up here and lay your shield and sword down for this lady. But if you think this is bad, if this does make it to trial, do you think the prosecutor is going to be sparing her any type of like anything, bro? They're going to go at her hard. The facts are
they're gonna make an example out of her.
exactly. The facts are. If you look at the video, her face was directly in the screen. As everything happened, you can see her fumbling around with her phone. I don't know what handheld device where it instantly transfers from there onto your phone, but you guys sound like the type of people who justify drinking and driving to your friends because you don't want to spend money on an Uber. This is insane. Like, come on, man. A dude lost his life. Kids are now losing their grandmother. Her kids are gonna lose their mother. Y'all sitting up here talking about, oh yeah, but we gotta cut her some slack. Da da da. This is why people continue to do things like this, right? Because when things like this do happen, you have an army of people who just come up and they wanna act like, oh, everything's gonna be fine. She made a mistake. Yeah, she made a mistake and she has to be held accountable for it.
And the fact that she used the green screen, bro. Just the simple fact that she used the green, she knew what she was doing when she was doing it because she used the green screen, bro. Like they are not going to have no sympathy for her, bro. They're not. It's nothing you can spend because, like you were saying, even if the person was jaywalking or whatever, it doesn't matter if she wasn't on the phone. Period. On a green screen. Trying to play like she wasn't driving, she would have been able to see that person. But because she was hyper focused on her live and driving and trying to manipulate and trick TikTok into thinking that she wasn't driving is the reason why they're going to make an example out of her. I don't care who gets up on here and says whatever they got to say about this lady. She was wrong as two left shoes, and now she's getting ready to pay for it.
Graphic, let's really talk about it, bro. Let's really talk about it. If you really want to blame anybody, blame the idiot supporters who are coming up here. She was doing all of that to keep you dummies entertained. You drove this lady to the point where she had to go and do that on her live to keep y'all entertained. Let's talk about the people who were up there or in the comments and knew she was driving. None of y'all held her accountable then, right? Nobody wanted to speak out like, hey, T, you know, you're not only putting yourself at risk, other people, like people in the car with you, but now that, you know, she's got to deal with the consequences of her actions, y'all want the world to take it easy on her. It's actually your fault, your part to blame why this lady put herself in this.
And then they've been
trying to ming into the conversation because he already said that she was next.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like Sequin, I don't know how to say your name, sorry, bro, but he's right. Darren Lucas isn't going home. Like, his family isn't never going to see him again. And like, we're talking about the Bluetooth hold hand and how that's legal and all that stuff. I don't really feel like that matters, even if it is legal. This lady was on her phone, like he said, face in the phone, talking on TikTok live. Like that, it doesn't matter if he had it up if she had it up planning on the dashboard or not. You should not be on your phone. That is distractive driving. That is distracting driving. That's what that is, point blank, period. And to the older lady who said, well, we don't know all the facts. We don't know everything that happened. We saw her on her phone with her face in the phone while driving, and she said, oh shit, I just hit somebody. Like, that's a fact. We saw it in video 4K from her point of view. So for y'all to be like, we don't know if he had on black, not y'all, for her to be like, oh, we don't know if he had on black clothing. We don't know what do. But if you weren't on your phone, that would minimize the risk of you hitting somebody. If your eyes are on the road and you actually watching what you're doing, that would minimize the risk of you hitting someone. That's why you have a driving, especially if you're on an iPhone, you have a driving mode that clears and quiets every single notification you get. That's like, so for y'all, for her to be like, oh, we don't know if he had on dark color clothing. We don't know all the facts. We saw her on her phone in 4K.
Y'all, hold
Here's
on, Martin, real quick, y'all. I didn't plan to be on live too long tonight. Thank you, everyone.
You don't want to let Love talk real quick?
I gotta go. But I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you, everyone who joined us, even the opposition. Hey, it's only fun with you here. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow.